Hi, I'm Meghan Cummings. I'm the Executive Director of the Women's Fund of the Greater Cincinnati Foundation.
My name is Shari Lauter. My current day job is as a market research qualitative moderator.
Hi, to introduce myself, my name is Chrissy Dutton. I am a litigation partner or a trial attorney at Beekner, Hacker, Myers & Koenig, BHMK Law. So I help clients to solve problems in the courtroom throughout Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana.
The Schoolhouse Symphony visited our preschool when I was 3, and I went home to my parents and I said, oh my gosh, I want to play the violin so much. I just loved it. And they thought, a 3-year-old does not need to be playing the violin.
I started playing piano when I was 6, and my grandpa was an amazing guy. He was this short little man with glasses and hair, and like 5 feet tall or something. Had the most gorgeous baritone voice. And so I remember he would be sitting at the piano singing, and I'd be next to him listening and watching, going, oh, that's really amazing, cool.
I think my very first solo performance was probably in the 4th grade talent show at St. Bernard School in Louisville, Kentucky.
When I was 4 years old at preschool and the Schoolhouse Symphony came back, and I had been talking about it for a solid year. So they finally gave in and started me in violin lessons. So I think I was probably 4 or 5 years old when I started.
In high school, entered some local talent contests and ended up winning one that led to me singing regularly through junior and senior year of high school and college at a place called Music Ranch USA, which was a little Opry house in West Point, Kentucky, just outside of Louisville.
And I started violin at 11. I'm a product of the Middletown City Schools Strings program. And I was very fortunate when I was growing up, which was in Middletown, Ohio, that they had a strong string orchestra program. Since that time, I've played in bands that are originals as bass player. I've been a bass player in a cover band, rock and roll cover band.
When it comes to violin, of course, there's wonderful classical, but I think Dave Matthews Band kind of brought the violin more mainstream into pop. I love Stefan Grappelli. I listen to his stuff all the time, especially when I'm working. It's just great music to be listening to. So it really spans so many different genres.
Always had a thing, for Patsy Cline songs. I used to always sing them growing up in competitions and karaoke. Whenever I would go, sometimes when I was a teenager, my parents would go out with their friends on Friday nights to a place that had karaoke, and they always loved me to go with them and sing.
Walter Carlos, who, when I was in high school, he released an album called Switched on Bach. And I listened to that. I probably wore holes in the grooves of that record. It was fascinating to me that the music of Bach, written 400 years ago, was being realized in all these electronic instruments and synthesizers. And it was like totally mind-blowing.
I also like just strong female country artists, not just the music and the harmonies, but the lyrics a lot of times draw me to songs.
It's interesting how music has impacted my professional life.
One thing about music is, you can always be better. You can always learn more things. That's a great lesson for us in our professional lives. There's always room to grow.
Improvisation in the classroom is definitely a part of my teaching style. And in the corporate setting, when I do focus groups, again, I have a plan. I have my questions outlined and I know what I need to cover, but within that structure, it could go a zillion ways.
I think just developing the confidence to do what I do as a trial lawyer. I have to get up and stand in front of juries and judges and present my case for my clients and argue in their best interest. So having been on stage my whole life, it was kind of a natural progression. And really one of the things that actually drew me to law school from the very beginning was just I liked the feeling of being up and thinking on my feet, and I felt confident doing so.
If I'm trying to master a passage, it takes a lot of work and grit to kind of get through that and get to the stage you want of mastery. And I think that's probably true at work too, right? We have times where we're really trying to work through a problem and it's just not feeling like it's coming together, and you have to have that stick-with-itness. So I definitely learned that from music.
Yeah, I think every performer, probably everyone that's doing suits, enjoys and loves actually being on stage and thrives from that energy of being out there and performing. But the best reward from it was to be able to do it for such a great cause.
You know, I heartily believe in the value of arts education and an integrated type of arts education.
I think music education is as fundamental as learning to read and do math and any other subject. It's not an optional, elective on the side. It's something that we should be teaching all our kids, and they should all have equal access to music education.
This year, I was definitely really looking forward, and I felt honored to be asked to be a part of Suits That Rock. So it's definitely disappointing that we didn't get to do it in person, but I'm excited, and I hope that everybody channels the energy and excitement into the show next year, because I know everybody will be coming back more excited than ever to perform and get the show going again in person.